Good morning, Randall and Andrea. This is Hetzel, putting together the video that we talked about this morning on the phone, Andrea. So bear with me as I show you kind of how to get into our course and how to submit assignments and everything that you need to know. All right, so this is my homepage. My homepage is going to look slightly different than yours, but overall it looks very much the same. You're going to start by going up to Courses and selecting English Language Arts 11, Section 122. And this will bring us into the home page for our classroom. We will always be taken first to the Updates page, and the Updates page is where I will leave notes for the students about things that they should know, important information, just different things like that. Over here on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice it says upcoming. These are the assignments that are currently due for this week. Now, Randall, I know you're behind, so you're not going to be ready for these assignments yet. You're going to need to start at Unit 6. So to start at Unit 6, the first thing that you're going to do is come over here to the left, and you're going to go to Materials. Once you are in the Materials section, you're going to go into English 11, Units 6 through 10, and this is where you're going to find all of our units and all of your work that needs to be completed. So you're going to do Unit 6, and you obviously need to start with Session 1. Now, you did attempt one of these assignments, however, it wasn't done correctly, and so I'm asking that you completely redo the first assignments. And as we walk through this, I think you'll have a better idea of where you went wrong the first time and what to do this time. So what you see in here then is a list of everything that needs to be accomplished this week for you to be finished. So we start at Monday, January 20th through the 26th. And this is when you should have first started this unit, which I know we didn't, so ignore the dates, and you're going to just use my planning template down below to plan your weeks, even though the dates aren't correct. All right, so there's a really fun little wrap video here, and this just is explaining welcome to second semester, and then I give you a suggested schedule here. Remember, our week goes from Monday until Sunday. So new work is always assigned on Mondays. So day 1 would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And these are the assignments that I would expect that you should be working on during that time to get caught up and start passing this class. So to navigate through, you're going to just hit the next button. Please make sure, though, that you are reading all materials before attempting to do assignments, because if you just go to the assignments without reading the materials, it's going to be really confusing. So there's a couple things that I want to point out to you as we start this little introduction here. There are going to be boxes throughout this unit that says to put things in your English binder. Your English binder, for me, is simply a file on your desktop. And that is where you're going to put all of the PowerPoint presentations that I give you, any Word documents, any Google documents. You're going to save all of those things to that folder on your desktop for easy reference in the future. So on these questions, it's asking you to put them in your English binder. If it's saying something about your English binder, you will not actually submit those to me. They are just for you to have to use for your disposal through the rest of the course, okay? If you have an actual assignment that's due, I'll show you the little icon here in just a second to show you what and how to know when you need to submit something, okay? So let's go through and just look at this first session together, and that way you'll have an idea of where you need to start. So the arguments of this world, that last slide was kind of just an introduction to our unit. These are the essential questions, so these are just the questions that you should be able to answer at the end of this unit, okay? You don't need to actually fill these out for me right now or submit them. You just need to read them and know that these are the things that you're expected to know at the end of this unit. All right, so let's go on. All right, so we're looking at building arguments. That's what this whole unit is about. So we're looking at rhetoric, and we're looking at what it means to build an argument. This right here is a 21-minute video exactly going over your assignments for the week, how to do your assignments, what to look for. So make sure you watch this video, because if you don't, you'll be really confused when you attempt your assignments. And this video is done by Miss Taylor. She's one of the other English 11 teachers. She does such a wonderful video for this unit that we are just going to be using her videos. As you scroll down the page, these are all the different things that you should be opening and saving to your English binder, that folder on your desktop. Any of these resources you should just put in there so that you have for easy reference from here on out. Okay? All right. So the next thing that you need to do is you're looking at President Lincoln and the power of his words, and you're looking at the Gettysburg Address, and that's what the assignment is going to be about. Your writer's notebook is different than your English binder. The writer's notebook is actually something you're going to be submitting to me. So notice as you get down here, the writer's notebook has 3 questions that you will need to answer and submit to me. Where here in the purple, this just goes into your English binder and you don't actually have to submit these questions. Although, remember, if you open the argument analysis PowerPoint, you're going to want to save that to your English binder on your desktop. Okay? So this is just some basic background information here, and then the assignment is actually on this next page. So you're going to read or watch the Gettysburg Address, and I have linked it in here for you. And it also has the text of it down here. You're going to need to read what soapstone is, and that's up here. Soapstone stands for subject, occasion, audience, purpose, speaker, and tone. And soapstone is a way to identify who the audience is, what the purpose of the writing is. It is really easy to identify the characteristics of a piece by using soapstone. So that's really what it's for. So down here you're going to have a soapstone organizer, and you are going to need to fill in each of the boxes for who's the speaker, who's the audience, who's the situation, what's the what am I trying to say here? What are all the different characteristics of soapstone within the Gettysburg Address, I guess is really what I'm trying to narrow it down to. On the next page, you have a big assignment for you. And this is the Power of Words activity. So it has a couple different parts. And in here, you're going to go step by step, and each of the steps is then linked down below. And so when it's talking about the editorial reviews, you're going to have to look at the questions, and the questions then are linked down here below. Okay? So once you finish all of the different tasks, you will then come here to the submission page, to the Dropbox, and you will submit it in here by clicking Upload Assignments. All right? Again, I don't want you to worry about completing the discussions. So this is a discussion that you do not have to complete. And the reason for that is, notice this was due on January 26th, which means the responses have already been in here for quite a while. And just because you post something doesn't mean that your classmates would be responding to you anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and excuse you from the discussion assignments right now until you get caught up, just because I really don't think there's much benefit without having your peers responding to you. Okay? So that will be excused for you. And then the next thing is your end of session. And you will always see this when you know you've gotten to the end of the week's work. I really don't think it will take you too long to catch up. You do not need to wait until the next Monday to start on the next session. So as soon as you get one session finished, I want you to move on to the next session. And you can move on to the next session by just hitting next, and it will automatically take you there. Okay, so again, For these units, you are not to complete the discussions. I will excuse those for you. And you will just work your way through each of the assignments until you're caught up. I hope this was informational and helpful to you. If you need more help, please, just one of you needs to send me an email and we can set up a meeting where we can work together through the computer and I can help you get started on assignments. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.